You want to know what separates the ones who get used, ghosted, and walked over from the ones who control the room without saying a word? It's not intelligence. It's not experience. It's this. They know exactly how to be cold without being cruel, dangerous without being loud, calculated without ever breaking character. And by the end of this video, you will too. What you're about to learn isn't for everyone. But if you've ever been gaslit, guilt-tripped, or manipulated by someone who smiled while doing it, keep watching. Because Tactic 6 exposes the exact pattern almost every manipulator uses, and once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. Let's get surgical. 1. Emotional freeze frame. When someone tries to bait you, whether it's through anger, guilt, or fake vulnerability, pause. Just pause. In that moment, they're counting on your reaction. They're playing on your wiring. But when you go cold, when you lock eye contact, say nothing, and don't flinch, your silence becomes a mirror. And most people can't handle what they see in it. Why? Because you've just interrupted the emotional feedback loop. Their manipulation signal hits a wall, and that wall is you, emotionally armored and psychologically still. Now here's where it gets good. If you hold that silence just 2 seconds longer than what's comfortable, you'll see something terrifying. They'll flinch instead. But that's just the setup. The real damage comes in the next move. 2. Mirror the intent, not the emotion. Most people mirror what others feel. You see someone sad, you soften. Someone gets loud, you match their tone. But cold geniuses? They don't mirror mood, they mirror motive. If someone's pretending to be vulnerable to get attention, you don't soothe them. You observe, calmly. If someone's throwing a tantrum to force a reaction, you speak softer, slower, less. This taps directly into transactional analysis. You stay in the adult ego state, while they swing between parent and child. And here's the punchline. The calmer you stay, the more their act begins to unravel. Why? Because you're no longer a participant in their play. You've become the audience. And nothing terrifies a manipulator more than being seen without the mask. Now let's raise the stakes. 3. Say less. Watch more. Then, let them talk. Here's the secret. People expose themselves. Every single time. But only to the ones patient enough to let them. Oversharing is emotional debt. And the more they speak, the more you own. While they try to impress, explain, or justify, you just sit there gathering data. It's called information asymmetry. You give less, but gain more. You leave gaps, and their anxiety will fill in the blanks for you. And the best part? They'll think you're slow, uninterested, or maybe even shy, until you strike with one sentence that hits too close to home. That's not luck, that's chess. And the board gets deadlier next. 4. Set boundaries without emotion and watch them panic. Manipulators thrive in emotional spaces. They need you to feel something. Guilt, fear, obligation. But when you set a boundary with calm clarity, no apology, no explanation, it's like showing them a door and not holding it open. I can't. That won't work for me. I'm not available for that. Said plainly. No smile. No softness. What happens next? They get confused, then angry, then quiet, because now they realize you've disconnected from the game. And when someone can't use your emotions against you, you're not just hard to control, you're impossible to manipulate. But this next tactic, it's the one that flips everything upside down. 5. The shadow flip. This one isn't safe, but it's necessary. The most dangerous thing you can do is own your darkness. That bitterness you've suppressed, that silent rage from being used or underestimated. Don't reject it. Refine it. Carl Jung called this shadow integration. You take the parts you were taught to hide, assertiveness, anger, cold logic, and you give them a seat at your strategy table. Not to harm, but to protect. The shadowless are soft, predictable, easy to read. But those who've made peace with their darker nature, they walk through manipulation like ghosts, unaffected, unchained. And guess what? Manipulators can feel it. That quiet edge, that emotional immunity. You don't need to defend yourself anymore, because your presence already did. Let's go deeper. 6. Pattern recognition is a superpower. There's a hidden pattern manipulators follow. And once you see it, you'll start diagnosing people like a damn mind surgeon. It starts with flattery. then vulnerability, then small requests, followed by guilt, then pressure. Sound familiar? It's a psychological funnel designed to earn your trust, lower your guard, and make you feel like you owe them something. But now you see the matrix. You're tracking behavior over words. You're tagging patterns like code, love bombing, gaslighting, victim flips. And the moment someone runs a script you've already decoded, you smile, because they have no idea you're already 5 steps ahead. You've come this far. So here's the guilt trip. If this is making your brain fire like it hasn't in years, subscribe. Turn on notifications, because the next video might be the one that saves you from a situation you haven't even walked into yet. Don't wait till you're manipulated again to realize you should have learned this sooner. Now for the final play. 7. Silence after power. This one hurts more than any insult, and it leaves a scar. After you've exposed the manipulation, after you've pulled away, after you've won, you say nothing. No last word, no closure, no lecture, just absence. It's called Nietzschean restraint. When you could destroy, but choose not to. That silence, that void, it echoes in their mind louder than any speech. Because when a manipulator loses their audience, they lose their power. You're no longer a participant. You've become the consequence. And trust me, they'll replay everything you didn't say for months, years even. Let this sink in. Being a cold genius isn't about being heartless. It's about not letting your empathy be weaponized. It's about choosing your battles, preserving your energy, and knowing when to walk away without leaving a single fingerprint. These aren't tricks. They're tools. Tools that make you less reactive, more focused, and emotionally bulletproof. If you felt something shift inside you while watching this, if you're tired of playing defense in a world full of emotional chess players, then make this your turning point. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Because Subject 29 isn't just a channel. It's your blueprint for never being manipulated again. And next time someone tries to test you, just remember, you don't flinch. You don't explain. You don't play. You watch. You calculate. You win. See you in the next one.